Finding blog post ideas is a skill, especially when nothing just springs to mind. If you want your blog to be popular, you need regular updates with interesting content. But what to write about? Sometimes you suddenly realize that it's time for a new post. This is the moment when well-known and proven formulas come in handy. In this video, I will show you more than 30 ready-to-use blog post ideas. First, best ideas for. Such an article may contain creative and practical tips and tricks of any problem. For instance, the best gift ideas for a football fan, 5 best ideas for exotic vacation. Some good reasons too. 7 reasons why not to scrimp and save on SEO, 3 good reasons to wash your hands even after the pandemic is over. Write an article that will convince the unconvinced, convert the non-believers and boost the morale of the initiated. Next, tip and tricks. 10 sales tricks that really work. That's a title that can really work. We may not think highly of tricks, but when we do, we want them up our sleeve. What if you learn something simple and effective? 10 tips is also a great idea, though the word tips seems a tad less powerful. For example, web writing in 10 steps, how to write for the web. A checklist. The ultimate and definitive way to heal your life from all anxiety, a checklist. Things to remember when starting a blog, or 5 things to check when optimizing content for search engines, and so on. A checklist is a set of tasks to complete to get the desired result. It's all the stuff you just have to remember. Next, the evil twin of a how-to blog post. If your how-to blog posts are getting attraction, try the opposite approach. It's a great way to cover a similar topic but from a fresh perspective. Look how you can reverse your topics. For example, 5 tips on what to wear at the wedding. The evil twin is 5 things to never wear at the wedding. 7 traits that will make you a great business partner. 7 traits that will make you a horrible business partner. With a touch of creativity, you may come up with an original and catchy title. A profile of an interesting person. If you're running a blog on finances and money making, pique the interest of your readership with an article titled "Who Rockefeller Really Was? The Staggering Story of the Richest Man in History." New technology enthusiasts may be eager to learn more about the founder of Samsung, and those interested in alternative medicine may click on the biography of Deepak Chopra. Controversial figures attract more attention, especially if their life is relatively unknown. You'll have a hard time trying to steal the spotlight with a biography of Steve Jobs. Basing on someone else's wisdom, we didn't think it up ourselves. That's the proven method by Albert Einstein, how to write snappy blog post titles. Alternatively, what Albert Einstein taught me about blogging, or if you don't want to make up Einstein's advice for bloggers, you can also go for the more plausible Steve Jobs on how to start your day. A list of recommended software or apps. Do you have favorite apps that help your work organization or the pursuit of your hobby? Share them with your readers. If you manage to solve the problem, they're bound to appreciate the favor. Next, a list of recommended YouTube videos. YouTube is a well of truly professional quality materials, and the video format fosters good instruction. Exploit that and create a list of the most useful videos offered on this platform. Needless to say, you don't have to limit yourself to guides. You can choose funny videos, the best ads, examples of the stuff you blog about, and so on. It's also a great idea to make a list of the most interesting channels exploring a particular topic, for example, a list of 30 free SEO and marketing courses for the quarantine. Industry tips and tricks. The industry likes to know how to optimize performance and how others go about it. What SEO expert wouldn't like to learn? How to escape the most common SEO pitfalls SEO experts didn't know about? And what graphic designer will not click on the title "How I deal with clients asking for endless revision"? 11. Best books and blogs in your area of expertise. What industry books have affected you the most? Make a list or a personal ranking. Even better, Find movies that relate directly or less directly to the topics discussed on your blog. Best memes, jokes related to your industry. Every niche has its slogans, figures, or events that generate jokes and memes. In many cases, they are understandable only to the people interested in the topic. A list of such interesting jokes is a great idea for a more casual blog post. What I plan to do or avoid for the next some months. Tell your readers about your resolutions for the nearest future. They don't have to be directly related to the main theme of your blog. Companies may describe their roadmap for the coming period. The greatest myths. Do you know any slogans or sayings which are often repeated and considered true, though they're the exact opposite? Debunk those myths to help your users and get recognition as an expert. For example, why everybody matches their shirts and pants wrong. Some will be furious, and others grateful that somebody finally said it loud. 15. A complete guide to buying something. When you're buying a new computer, piece of clothing, car or software, you always need to take multiple factors into account. A guide presenting the key tips and tricks will surely be of use to your readers, especially those with little expertise in the industry, uncertain what they should keep an eye on. Why I don't like something. If you believe it's right, express your negative opinion on the practices and behaviors observed in your industry. Such a topic is likely to start an animated discussion, and every discussion extends your reach. Of course, what we encourage is not sensation-seeking, but sharing reflections on topical issues. A step-by-step guide explains in a simple and organized way how to repair something in a car, install and set up a computer program, or properly clean a pair of smart shoes. Texts of this type tend to never go out of date, which makes them evergreen content. Guides of all types. The previous point could also bear the title The Complete Guide, where complete stands for from A to Z. Everything you should know about, for instance about making money on a blog, but you could also create an advanced guide or a beginner guide, or one with examples. Your blog post title should contain the word guide and the clarification. What sort of guide are you writing? What are the takeaways? Who is it for? And so on. A recap of the last month, quarter or year. Soon the recent development of your blog or at your company. Alternatively, you can prepare a recap of the latest industry events. How to become an expert. This idea may not work for professionals where the entry level involves graduating with a particular major, but how to become an SEO expert could be an excellent blog post topic because the issue is far from self-evident. The same goes for becoming a chef, or Uber driver, or hypnotherapist. Do you know the requirements and the full path? Tell your readers about it. How to become a photovoltaic expert? Do you need to enroll in a university program? How does it work? Discovery Channel runs a program titled How It's Made. It's popular for a reason. People are interested in the mechanism behind the elements of their surrounding reality. That is why topics such as how Google search really works or how bank deposits work may attract a sizable audience. When you use this idea, and generally when blogging, remember about the persona. Who are you writing to? More advanced users will skip an article for beginners. Rookies won't click on a title that suggests that a higher level of initiation is required. Explaining how the world works. Search engine optimization, what's the deal with SEO, is just one example. The idea is to provide a text which explains some fundamental terms or concept. Most general terms are already well explained on the internet, so such an article may be hard to push to page 1 in Google, but there are many less popular or well-described topics which may appear simple but actually require an in-depth analysis by a real expert. There are many theses worth explaining and exploring because they may be less evident than you think. For example, why shouldn't you give up on SEO during the pandemic? A review of an industry book. You could make a list of recommendations, but you could also take a closer look at the selected publication and write a review. Say what you liked about the book, what are your objections, and add some personal thoughts. Depending on the theme of your blog, choose a related product and write a review. A book, a movie, or a device are your most basic ideas, but you can also go for less obvious choice, like an online course or a subscription service. You can combine reviews and recommendations. If you wrote 3 positive reviews of books covering a similar topic, you can then compile them into a single article, for example, 3 keto diets book worth reading. The most important days of the year in the industry. It's a great blog post to have at the beginning of the new year. Use it to present the key upcoming industry events, product premieres, and so on. A report from an industry event. If you had the chance to appear at the important event, describe your impressions, upload a lot of photos and share your feelings. Such a report makes for a highly original and intriguing blog post. If you gave a speech, even better, mention it to build up your position as an expert. Case study. Case study is an exhaustive report on how the use of your product or service has helped a customer. You can also describe a historical case, one that's already documented, and conclude, for example, how to become a better person every day, the methods of Benjamin Franklin, a case study. A case study should show a way to success drawing on the story of a chosen figure. The dream is to create an original case study. For instance, if you're working in business consulting, you can show how to grow your customer base by 30% in half a year, relying on the expertise of your customer. Alternatively, if you're developing a tool for inspecting site visibility and keyword research in Google, your company blog could use a text like topical authority, how did we generate 100,000 visits per month, the case study of Pracuj.pl and Senuto. A day in your life or somebody else. Are you a freelance writer? It would be interesting to listen about your day because I assume it differs from the day of a corporate employee. Are you a corporate employee? Tell us about your typical Monday. There's probably tons of colorful tidbits to share. Or maybe you suffer from a chronic disease and you want to put it out in the open. A day in the life of a diabetic is surely different from somebody's with a healthy pancreas. If you want to present someone else's day life, talk to them and write a description in your article. A regular day at a construction site, confessions of a foreman with 30 years of a service. A day in the laboratory? Why not? Good practices. They do it right. In contrast to a case study, the point is not to describe anything from your portfolio, but the activity of other people or organizations. Show how their actions and approach to the issue at hand set of a good example and what lessons are there to learn from their experience. Assistance with decision making. Whom to choose, SEO agency or a freelancer? Let's solve your dilemma. You wouldn't want some assistance with an important life dilemma? Every day, people face choices. Some things to opt for, others to give up. And the internet is often the first source they turn for decision-making support. A webinar transcript. It doesn't have to be a webinar. The internet offers a multitude of valuable videos from online meeting conducted solo, as a dialogue or a larger conference. In many cases, webinars offer a comprehensive account of an important and catchy topic. Writing it down won't drum up your authority. These are not your words after all, but you can grab the attention of many readers and seize some Google traffic. Do the same for your own webinar. A 1-hour conversation gives you material for not only a transcript, some people prefer to read, not watch, but also checklist, a summary, and many other shorter topics. Check it out. A list of tools for assembling a swing set? Sure, a list of actual hardware tools will do as well, but what I mean are chiefly technology tools for movie editing, SEO, support, graphic design or team management and so on. Listing them will be easier if you're a user yourself, otherwise you can always base on external sources. A ranking. best books on emotional intelligence, top 20 foreign travel blogs, best movies featuring Robert De Niro, 5 most interesting restaurants in Birmingham, 10 must-see places in Croatia. What will you recommend to your readers? Tutorial or a self-study manual. If it concerns your product, service or a tool, you're offering even better. A clear-cut tutorial is a step forward to reach your current and future clients, but people are looking for all kinds of manuals. If you mastered that sound editing program, the art of setting up a WordPress site or changing a bicycle wheel, describe it step by step. Once we used to inquire the elders how to do something, now we ask Google. If you want to know more about SEO of your website, try Senuto. For example, with our keyword research tool, finding new ideas is just a matter of few clicks. Just type your main topic and discover new keywords and frequently asked questions. They can be a great inspiration for new posts. Visit senuto.to/try, I put the link also in the description, and use Senuto for 2 weeks completely for free. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and feel free to ask questions in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer them. See you!